Hello and welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda, and today we have Tami Neilson and Julia Deans with us. How's it going, guys?
Good. Also known as 101 Dalmatians.
Yes, I feel like I didn't get the memo about how to dress for this thing, because I'm sure I could have found something that would have fit in. It's fantastic. I don't know where to look.
Does that mean you're the Dalmatian and I'm Cruella?
You can be Cruella. That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
But anyway, the reason we're here is because of the Milk and Honey show coming up on March 8th, which is a celebration of International Women's Day, I believe. And so we've got, what is it, like 4 or 5 shows? 5 shows in 4 cities, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys are playing at the Powerstation down the street here. So I'm curious, how did you get approached about doing this? What were your thoughts about it when you first heard about it?
Do you want to go or do I go? Like, this is the thing. Cruella, do you want to?
Sure thing, puppy. The concept kind of came about when I was sort of putting my tour together, and Teresa Patterson and Kushla Aston, who were sort of co-managing me, we had this whole thing where I was looking for female support artists, just to kind of, open up and find more women, in New Zealand, more female performers. And it sort of came, Teresa, and I think the general conversation became about how awesome it would be to put on, a festival, because the amount of people that got in contact with me and sent me their music to listen to, and I was overwhelmed, not just by the numbers, but how much good stuff is out there, and it kind of seems like a lot of it is tucked away. Yep. And it's kind of, I think it's just a great thing to celebrate the fact that there are so many women now, creating music and writing music and performing, and it's about opening the doors and making it a more inviting, word I'm looking for, an inviting place for women, because I don't know about you, but definitely when I was coming up through the rock scene in particular, it was very, very male dominated, and I was one of a handful of women involved in the music industry on any level. There just weren't that many, and I think those numbers are increasing now, which is great.
Yeah. And what did you think when you first heard about it?
Well, Teresa got in touch with me, and she'd been to my town hall show, which was very a celebration of women and the power of women. And she said, "Oh, we need to have you part of this festival." And I was actually booked to play in Australia that weekend. I'm still booked to play in Australia that weekend. But my first show is the Saturday afternoon, and this is the Friday night. And I said, "Oh God, I don't know how I'm going to get there in time." And I'm like, I'll make it work. I'll make it work, because I've got to be a part of this. So I got in touch and said, I can't do anything on the Friday. We're coming like 6 a.m. flight the next morning. So yeah, I'll be getting a couple hours sleep after the gig and then heading over to Australia. But that's how badly I wanted to do this, to be on stage with all these incredible, talented female artists and songwriters and colleagues and friends. It's very rare that we all get to share a bill. When you look at the percentages of festivals, the percentages of females booked on festivals, there are entire sites and Instagram feeds devoted to showing. The average is kind of about 10 to 15% on festivals across the world, and that's starting to change with movements like Key Change, where people are committing to having 50-50 and an equal split of billing. And it's very, very rare that you ever see a female headliner. So,
because it doesn't seem like there's a lack of female artists.
There definitely are.
I mean, I just had Plum Green here a couple of days ago, and I went to see who was Alana Eileen, do you know her? She's another singer-songwriter. She was at the Wine Cellar, played an amazing set. There were like 5 people there, but it was, they're all over the place.
Yeah, and you look at even some of the most powerful women on the top of the charts, the Grammy winners, the Grammy nominees, are a lot of females, but you just won't see them booked at festivals.
I think there's still this kind of bizarre conception that female musician is a category.
Right.
It's a genre,
right.
but it's not. And this is something that I feel like I've been fighting my entire life, just because I'm a woman in a band, that is not the only thing about our music.
Right.
I've been turned down for things because, being told, oh no, we've
already got a female.
Yeah. How many men have you got? And it's really insulting on so many levels. It's kind of, are you genuinely turning me down because you don't think that women are able to play on the same bill and play nice together? Or do you think that we might be threatened by each other? Or do you really hate my music and you're just too shit scared to actually tell me? It's like, I would rather you be honest and just go, not really, you're not really what we're looking for.
Right.
But to be,
not place it on your gender. Just say you're not what we're looking for. Yeah.
So how you guys are on the same bill with Nadia Reid and Rhea Hall. So how is it going to happen? Have you figured it out yet?
I think that it's going to be. I mean, I don't know what the order is or anything like that. So I think we'll find that out closer to the time. But getting to share a stage with people that you love and admire is just really, you're getting paid to have fun.
Right.
It's like, oh my God, we all get to hang out. Oh no, let's go sing. But
that's the thing. And we've also got Sandy Miller's going to be
she's
DJing and playing tunes in between. And it's each city that the show, each show is not just women on the stage. It's all the women in the background as well. The promoter, the bookers, the crew, everyone. We're trying to get as many women as.
Is it hard to find crew people that are female?
No, they're definitely fewer in number, but there are more women coming up through the techie sides of things, which is great.
And I think also seeing women in the industry
that is exactly
what empowers women to then go, oh, I can do this, and I think that's a large part of the reason why there aren't as many women in the field is because there's no modeling for it. There's no
like whenever you see somebody running on stage to fix an amp or plug in a guitar or give a guitar to somebody, it's always a guy. And where are the women to do that? And they don't have to. It doesn't have to be women help. Roadieing for women. It can go back and forth and whatever. And part of what the missive is on this is to help kind of set up safe places for women to be able to work in festival and concert gigs like that. How does that happen?
I think more than a safe place kind of thing. It's just making it normal, and it's making it normal for men too.
Right.
Because there are a lot of guys out there who find they're so not used to working with women.
They don't have as much experience.
They don't
working with them.
Quite know how to do it. And I mean that's something that I've definitely encountered a lot. They'll either ignore you or they'll hit on you, or
they'll talk to your guitar player and ask about your sound.
And it's kind of wait. So that's where you just I'm quite good at being bolshy and just going, I don't know, and making it normal. But there are a lot of women out there that don't feel like that, and when they're treated as such, or even me, if I've had a bad day and somebody does that to me, I just get just collapses the confidence. And I
right before you have to go on stage usually.
And I think that happens far more than necessary and far more than we let on too. So I think it's good to have a mix of genders in the soup, because it just makes for a better environment, a more balanced
for
environment.
everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you also have a single coming out on the day.
I do.
How convenient.
I know.
It is what? It's Big Boss Mama?
Big Boss Mama.
Awesome.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Well, we were
awesome.
talking about, because it's a single that I worked on at Song Hubs last year, and after Song Hubs, and which Julia also attended, and you're kind of stuck in this room with people. You don't know who you're going to get thrown into the room with on the day. You don't know who you're going to be writing for. And so that morning, I was on the list as the artist to be written for.
Right.
And it was me and Kaylee Bell and Joel Mulholland and Seth Hapu. And I had the title idea, Big Boss Mama, and I wanted it to be kind of this real bold song that a girlfriend of mine had said to me, you know how like in hip hop, it's all about like bragging rights, like the women are, and well, the men is in particular are, you know, it's all about kind of talking about their achievements and kind of bragging about what they've done. And she said, you know, you never hear that in other genres. You never hear females singing confidently about what a boss they are.
Right.
And she said, I'd love to hear like you do that in your genre, and a part of me was kind of like, ooh, you know, we're just in this culture we're that's frowned upon to be cocky or brag about what you've done, or even kind of have not even cocky or bragging. It's just confidence and kind of strutting your stuff with being proud of it and really with power and boldness. And so I wanted to write a song like that, and we did the single and shot the video, and I said to my management, I think the perfect day for this would be International Women's Day.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Well, I can't wait to hear it. And there's also a thing happening at Whammy and Wine Cellar at the same time that you guys are doing your thing.
That's correct.
So it's going to be. I know I was talking to my daughter, and she's like, where do I go? Which one do I go to?
I actually want to go to the wine cellar as well. It's like, can we not have like split
the timing?
So deeply torn. Yeah. And also there's also a concert in Wellington and one in Christchurch and one in Queenstown as well.
With Beck Runga and Mel Parsons and all the folks. So plenty for everybody to do. Yeah. So hopefully this will become a normal thing and not like a one-off.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Repeat it next year as well. Yeah.
And you're going to be in the studio recording a new album soon, so we'll be talking about that soon. What are your plans for the rest of the year?
I am writing a new album, and
not going to be 7 years in between this time?
No.
Okay.
And I'm also working on a show for the Christchurch Arts Festival, which is going to involve a choir, and I'm very excited.
This girl's all about nailing harmonies.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Like working with her, she finds it. We did. Was it Tears by the Crocodiles?
Oh, right.
And I was, my brain just kind of went because it changes keys like 5 times, and all the harmonies change. And Julie's like, no, you sing this one and you sing this one. And I'm just like, what the hell? So this will be amazing. Great.
Excellent. All right, well, thank you guys for coming by and telling me all about this. And are you guys going to like do things together at the show, like collaborate a little bit?
Yeah.
We'll see. Some interpretive dance.
Yeah, that would be nice. And
Go dancing.
I want to see what everybody's going to be wearing as well.
Of course, that's the most important.
You kind of
thing.
set the tone already.
We're all just going to turn up with big boob t-shirts.
That'll do it. Fantastic. All righty, well, thank you guys. Much appreciated. We'll see you on the day.